Hello, Namaste, and thank you for joining today's class. Glad you're keeping up your practice. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving and you did practice yoga. If you haven't, and it has been a while, just make sure you take it easy and don't stretch yourself, more than you should. So just take a moment to settle down. So hands in prayer position, also called Anjali Mudra, which is a symbol. It's like Namaste. When you perform the Anjali Mudra, you place the back of your thumb against the sternum. And slowly turn your attention inwards, observe the breathing. So this mudra is not just to recognize yourself, but also to recognize the other person that you are paying attention or homage to. So think of the other person. Namaste is Nama Asti. I bow to you. Recognizing that the light within you is the same as the light within me. And slowly come back to the present moment. Go ahead and work your fingers a few times. Even though it's late in the day, it's always a good idea to stretch, warm up, and slowly get into and pick up the pace. Okay, so let's go ahead and rotate the hands and the wrists. And in the other direction. Stretch your arms. Inhaling in, exhaling. Inhaling out, exhaling in. So as you open up, as you stretch, you inhale. As you close, you exhale. And that's true with most of the postures as well. You inhale as you stretch and exhale as you close. Let's go ahead and work the shoulders a few times. And in the other direction. Now, let's work the neck. Go ahead and look at the left and your right. Do it slowly. Paying attention to all the muscles that come into play. So you got to take care of those muscles. You just keep looking forward, those muscles get stiff and brittle and they are prone to injury. So you got to keep them young and flexible. Let's go ahead and rotate the head. And slowly in the other direction. So do this all, as slowly as you want to enjoy it, right? You should enjoy these stretching and movements If you're rushing through, you'll soon lose interest in doing something. So you got to take it slow, observe what is happening, recognize the importance. Now let's go ahead and stretch into the standing mountain. So your arms stretched, locked at the elbows gently. Point the index fingers to the ceiling. Keep your feet close together if you can, otherwise hip width apart. And you're breathing now slowly. Slowly releasing. Okay, now let's try a side bend. Raise your right arm up and you want to bend to your left. Bend just from the hip up, okay? So that there's no pressure on the knees and from the sides. And come back. Let's try the same stretch on the other side. So left arm up and bending to your right. And slowly back to neutral. Okay. Now before we go into that shoulder stretch, which is a little bit of a stretch, let's try to loosen up the shoulders. So let's go with the hero postures. Okay. So go ahead and get into a stance about 3 or 4 feet apart, and turn your left foot to the side, right inside about 60 degrees. Okay, so if you're new to this class, the heel of that front foot, the one turned to the left, should be aligned with the arch of the back foot. Your chest should be broad and open, so there's no turning here. There's a different kind of hero. Place your arms or raise your arms parallel to the mat and then look over the left shoulder. There's a tendency for the arm at the back, that kind of drops down, so try to hold it up. That's what strengthens the shoulders. Let's hold and breathe. Try to consciously relax any tension from the body, like your kneecaps, calf muscles, let them go. Now slowly reach down to the left for the triangle, trying not to twist the hips. So your hips are still facing the front both of them. Just go down as much as you can. Look at the ceiling if you can, otherwise look down. And come back up. Back to neutral. Now again into a stance and point your right foot to the side, left inside. So if you are wondering how much this stance width should be, I mean there is no real rule. You can jump into it and that should be a good measure. If you want to, if you can actually widen the stance. Right foot to the side, left inside. Again, arms parallel to the mat. Look over the right shoulder. Now let's reach down to the right for the triangle. Again, take your time. Now if you find this hard, you can bend that leg. So the point is you got to get the stretch on the side, right from your feet all the way up to your fingertips. That's the point. So let's go ahead and give that a try. And come back up, back to standing. Let's do some more shoulder stretch. So hold your elbows with the other hand and stretch the left arm to the right. Look over the left shoulder, opposite side. Do the same thing a few more times on each side. Release. Now let's go for the shoulder stretch. So left hand on the back, as high as possible. Right hand from above reaching down. Interlock the fingers. Otherwise, keep the hands moving towards each other. You can use a piece of cloth to position the hands or keep them in place. Look ahead. Engage the top of your lungs as you breathe. And release. Yeah, shake your arms. Okay, if you haven't done this for a while, like I didn't do yoga for the past 1 week. Maybe I didn't do it for the past 3 or 4 days. My muscles get stiff. So we gotta bring it back into play, taking as much time as necessary. Let's try the shoulder stretch. On the right side, so right hand on the back, left from above reaching down. So then the point here is to open up the chest as we breathe. So this facilitates a deeper intake, more energy, more oxygen. And release the arms. Shake your arms. Now let's try the balancing posture. So this is the tree standing on one leg. You can try different variations. If you're new to yoga, you can just try to fold one of the legs forward and try to balance. But you got to look down, okay? That's what helps you maintain the balance. So let's try the classic way, if you can, the tree, where you fold the leg and place it on the one on which you're standing. Okay, release, shake your leg. Try the same on the other leg. So I'm standing on my left and folding the right onto the left. And release. Okay, shake your leg. You can also use a wall or chair for support if that helps. Now let's try that standing chair. So you want to stand with your feet hip width apart and sit down as you stand, keeping the kneecaps behind the toes as you look down, and then raise your arms, stretching your back, lengthening the spine. Hold and slow breathing. And release. Okay. Shake your legs. Now let's prepare for the sun salutation. First the back bend, hold the back bend and breathe about 6 to 8 times. Now hinge at the hips, rolling forward into the standing forward bend. Again, give it some time. Takes a while to loosen up, especially the back. You can actually hold the elbows with the other hand, let go of your head. and come back to prayer position. Now for the sun salutation. So we'll try the half sun salutation today. Inhale, back bend, hold and breathe a couple of times. And then hinge at the hips. Standing forward bend, hold and breathe again a couple of times. Now inhale, raise the trunk parallel to the mat, hold and breathe, try to lengthen the spine, flattening the lower back. And then exhale, standing forward bend, hold and breathe again a couple of times. And then inhale, back bend, hold and breathe. And back to prayer position. That's the half sun salutation. We'll try the intermediate sun salutation. Start with hands in prayer position. In the intermediate sun salutation, we are not going to hold it too long. Just either an inhalation or exhalation or a hold. Okay. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, left foot to the back, lunge. Then downward dog. Hold your breath. Stretch, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, downward dog, hold, right foot to head, lunge, hold, standing forward bend, exhale, inhale, back bend, back to prayer position. We'll do it one more time. This time the other leg goes back. Inhale, back bend, exhale, standing forward bend. And then right foot goes to the back, lunge. Inhale, downward dog, hold your breath, exhale, stretch on the mat. Inhale, upward dog, downward dog, left foot to head lunge, and standing forward bend, exhale, inhale, back bend, back to prayer position. So let the breathing settle down. Now let's get down to the mat. You want to stand on the knees. Knees about hip width apart. Do the simple camel, hands from the hips. Looking back and up. Hold and breathe, engaging the top of your lungs. Now come back to neutral, and now you want to sit down on the heels in the diamond posture. It's a great posture for meditation. Now let's go ahead and sit on the right side, so right leg folded, left leg stretched to the back, and then slowly try to sit on the mat, keeping your back as up as possible. Deep breathing. And now let's switch sides. So go ahead and sit, left leg folded, so right leg goes to the back. Try to keep, if possible, the thigh facing the mat. Otherwise, it's okay to let it face the side. And before you settle down or sit down on the mat, you can kind of rock on the legs, loosening up the hip joints. Finally, sitting down, again back straight. Get a good stretch in the front of your thigh. Nice deep breathing. Good. Now let's get out of that posture, and you want to lie down on the back on the mat. Keep both the feet on the mat, legs bent at the knees. Place the right heel on the left knee and pull the left knee into your chest with your hands as much as you can. If you find this too much on your painful on your knees, you can keep that right leg stretched out on the mat. And releasing both the feet again. Now switching sides. Place the left heel on the right knee and pull the right knee into your chest. And release. Both feet on the mat together, drop each knee to its side, letting go of your lower back. Raise your arms for a moment and you will feel all of your upper back resting on the mat. That's how it should be. Now you can release the hands, let them rest on your abdomen or on your legs, gently pressing them down. Slow, easy breathing. Slowly bring both the knees back up again. Now gently pull yourself up and see if you can get into the boat. Okay, so try to raise the legs up and see if you can balance on the hips. Now release and into a squat. So go ahead and start with sitting on the toes and then lowering the heels down, hands in prayer position, elbows pushing the knees out from the inside, lengthening your back, easy deep breathing. And then hands on the mat, walk the fingers away, head down, lengthening your back. Again, hold and breathe deep. And walk the fingers back into the easy posture, legs crossed. Let's loosen the spine a bit, so you're going to try the twist. Turn to your right and back, left hand on the outside of the right knee. So you have to keep your back straight up. So if you look down, the tailbone should be kind of hidden by the base of your neck. Your hand at the back should be closer to the back, just helping the back keep up its straightness. Look over the right shoulder, slow and deep breathing. So you got to create movement all along the spine now. Come back to neutral, and now let's twist to the other side. So to my left this time, right hand on the outside of the left knee. Hand at the back, keeping the back up straight. Look over the left shoulder. Come back to neutral. Bring both the feet together in front. And pull the toes up. As you press the knees down, sit up straight. Slow, deep breathing. Now slowly, as you keep pulling the toes up, gently lean forward, resting, letting go of your trunk and head with each exhalation. And come back up to neutral. So you'll be surprised how much farther you can go just if you give it some time. Now let's take a moment, see what's happening inside. Enjoy that state of mind. You can be in this posture as long as you enjoy it in this state. And when you are in that state, you shouldn't be thinking, you should just be observing. And good thing to observe is the breath as you listen to the sound of the breathing.